Welcome to RHEMA Top Local News. RHEMA Top Local News from therheemanews.com. Therheemanews.com. And in our first story, it is sad to report that a church in South Columbus, Ohio, had a church fire. That is in South Columbus, Ohio. And the church and the pastor are leaning on faith and the community as they start to rebuild their church. Currently, they're worshiping at another location. Find this story at therheemanews.com. In our next story, the West Side Friendship Baptist Church, Friendship West Side Baptist Church, that is in Dallas, Texas, want to honor the Tulsa Race Massacre. They want to honor it by having 100 days of Buy Black. It began in September the 23rd, on September 23rd, until December the 31st. They're currently in 100 days of buying black. Amen. And that means to buy from black businesses. You will find that story also at therheemanews.com. And in our third story, LA is mourning the loss of a popular broadcast, Reverend Dr. Ali Collins Jr. Reverend Dr. Ali Collins Jr. was a very popular broadcaster in LA, and he was known for being a pioneer in broadcasting. Amen. Very popular in LA, and you will find this story also at therheemanews.com. In our next story, Louisville, actually, the picture's wrong. The picture's of Pastor Matt Hagee. Pastor Matt Hagee of Houston is apologizing for the chant, "Let's Go Brandon, Let's Go Brandon." And it was an outside group that held an event in his church, and they erupted into a chant, "Let's Go Brandon," which is meant to be an insult to our current president, President Biden. And Pastor Matt Hagee really regards this as inappropriate to be done in a church. And he is apologizing for that chant happening at the church of that was founded by his father, Dr. John Hagee. And in our final story, Louisville, Kentucky. In Louisville, Kentucky, there was an armed youth that came into the church to steal the collection plate, but the members disarmed and held them until the police came. You will find this story also at therheemanews.com. These are the top 5 local news of therheemanews.com.